everyone, welcome back to ESL DRILL. This is part 4 of the lesson Unity in Diversity in India. At the end of the third part, we learned that Indians focused on spiritual attainment, whereas Western people focused on materialistic progress. Now let's proceed from where we stopped in the third part. Let me read this paragraph for you. The West has to learn a lot from India, and it has now been realized when people in the United States and Europe are turning to the Indian way of life. Indian yogis, maharshis, musicians and spiritual leaders have all attracted them in a big way. A significant move to project India's cultural unity has been the holding of festivals of India in various parts of the world. The West is fast inclining towards our spiritual values, which include meditation and contemplation, charity and love and universal brotherhood and fear of God, piety and unselfishness, control of passions and peace of mind. Here, the West refers to the Western countries. The Western countries have to learn a lot from India. The West has to learn, the Western countries have to learn a lot from India. And we have also realized, or maybe people have also realized, that United States and Europe, people in the US and Europe are turning to the Indian way of life. What does that mean? It means they are attracted, they are looking at Indian way of life because they find it interesting. Indian yogis and maharshis, musicians and spiritual leaders, all these people have attracted them in a big way. Them refers to the people of United States and Europe. A significant move to project India's cultural unity has been the holding of festivals of India in various parts of the world. Look at this here, a significant move. Significant means important. We discussed this at the end of the third part. The opposite of significant is insignificant. Now, a significant move to project India's cultural unity. So what does project mean here? This is a verb. It means present, show or exhibit. So to present or to show, to exhibit India's cultural unity, Indians have done something special. That is nothing but holding of festivals of India in various parts of the world. Look at this here. Holding of festivals means celebrating festivals. By celebrating the festivals of India, Indians have presented, they have shown India's cultural unity. Look at the next lines here. The West is fast inclining towards our spiritual values. Okay, the West is fast inclining. It means the Western countries, or the people of the Western countries, are fast inclining towards our spiritual values. So incline means get attracted. Here the Western people are getting attracted to our spiritual values. Now, what are those spiritual values that we have? They are meditation. You know what meditation is? Sitting in silence, thinking of nothing. And contemplation. Contemplation is actually spending time thinking about something. The act of thinking deeply about something. So that is contemplation. And charity. Charity is kind behavior. We know how to be kind to people. And the Western people are attracted by these things that we have, by these spiritual values we have. We have love and we have universal brotherhood. That is what Indians do. They love people everywhere. They just show universal brotherhood. They treat everyone like brothers and sisters. And Indians have fear of God. That's why they believe in God and religion. And they have piety. That's respect towards God and religion. And they have unselfishness. And they have control of passions. We discussed control of passions in the third part. And because of all these things, Indian people have peace of mind. Okay, let's move forward. Our cultural unity is further exemplified by the temples of the south and of Khajuraho, the caves of Ajanta and Ellora, which are shining examples of India's proficiency in sculpture and architecture. Our music has come to enjoy worldwide popularity. So our cultural unity, we know that Indians have cultural unity, and this cultural unity is further exemplified by the temples of the south and of Khajuraho and the caves of the Ajanta and Ellora. Now let's look at the word exemplify. Exemplify means to be a perfect example of something. Now if you need a perfect example of our cultural unity, look at the temples of the south and of Khajuraho and the caves of Ajanta and Ellora. Khajuraho and Ajanta caves and Ellora caves, these are the shining examples of India's proficiency. Shining means excellent. Perfect examples of India's proficiency. Proficiency is ability and skill. In what? In sculpture and architecture. Sculpture, we came across this in the third part. It means the art of making objects out of stone, wood, clay, etc. So we have wonderful sculpture here, and architecture, the art of planning and designing buildings. There are many things there. Many temples are perfect examples of these things. Okay. And our music has come to enjoy worldwide popularity. It means our music is loved by people all over the world. Indian music enjoys worldwide popularity. Let's move to the next part. Let me read this. Indian classical music, like the Indian dances, is built on the concept of ragas and talas. Each raga is regarded appropriate to a certain time of the day or the night. There are believed to be about 250 ragas in common use in the north as well as in the south. In the modern times, people like Ravi Shankar have taken Indian music to the west and thus bridged the gap between the music of the east and the west. Now, what is Indian classical music is built on? It's built on the concept of ragas and talas. We have ragas, talas. You might have heard these ragas, certain names of ragas, and they say talas, and each raga is regarded appropriate to a certain time of the day or the night. It means actually there are 250 ragas in common use in both north and south parts of India. It means throughout India there are approximately 250 ragas, and each raga is appropriate to a certain time of the day. All these 250 ragas are divided and distributed to each part of the day. And in the modern times, people like Ravi Shankar, you can see Ravi Shankar here. So great people like Ravi Shankar have taken Indian music to the west. What does that mean? People like Ravi Shankar have taken Indian music to the west. It means they introduced Indian music to the west. They allowed the people of the world, the rest of the world, to taste, to listen to and enjoy Indian music. And thus means that is how. And by doing that, by doing what? By taking Indian music to the west, by introducing Indian music to the west, people like Pandit Ravi Shankar bridged the gap. It means they filled the gap between the music of the east and the west. Okay, that's it in this video. This is the end of the fourth part of the lesson Unity in Diversity in India. There is one more part. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have liked my explanation. See you in my next video.